What's going on, guys? So today is a beautiful day. It's the middle of March and it is full sun and 70 degrees. It seems very strange. It's still winter time. We had a snowstorm like just a couple days ago. Everything's melted. It's just weird. 2022 has been a very weird year thus far, and the weather is no different. But anyway, it is absolutely too nice to be inside, so I wanted to get outside today. Because we have full sun, I was continuing testing on this power station, and I figured I'd make a video on it, talking about it a little bit. Also ask your opinions. This is the first power station that I've ever tried. This is from BlackFire. This is a 505 watt power station. This one is really awesome, I have to say. I'm very interested in trying some other ones. I'd like to get a few different models to have at different locations. It's obviously extremely advantageous if you're a prepper, if you're ever worried about power outages and stuff. In fact, someone hit a telephone pole just yesterday and we had a power outage here for the first time in a long time. Luckily it didn't last that long, but Christine and I are always trying to prepare for different situations. We got a million flashlights everywhere and all kinds of food and this, that, and the other thing. But having power sources has always been a concern. Now we have a ton of power banks, small little power banks. I mean, today's day and age, it's in everything. Sometimes you get flashlights and they have a power bank, that's built in. Like I have this Zippo hand warmer that's also a power bank, but I wanted something that was substantial, something that I can run, a couple bigger things. Kind of concerned about, like, the refrigerator. If we have a power outage for an extended period of time, is the food in the refrigerator going to go bad? The freezer, things like that. So this has been awesome. Again, I don't know a whole lot about these yet. This is kind of my first introduction into these things. But here is the actual power station. I'm gonna give you a different shot. Right now I'm on my deck, and you can see there's still leaves everywhere because I didn't get to clean up from winter because it's still winter time. But like I said, I wanted to get outside to show you this stuff. But I'm going to set this solar panel up as well. This has an external solar panel, which is really easy to use. I posted a picture on Instagram because I've had this unit for, I want to say, at least 2 months or so. And there was a couple different times that I tried using the solar panel and I was unsuccessful. I want to say the very first time it charged up fine. It charged up fairly quickly too. It was a nice sunny day. The second time I tried using it, I went outside and it was like, I don't know, 30 degrees or 29 degrees or something like that. And the unit itself just had like a, basically a little picture of like a snowflake or something saying it was too cold to charge. And again, being that I'm new to this stuff, I had no idea that that was a thing. And trying to test this out in the winter was a little bit difficult because of that. So then we of course had some nice days, went outside, and I was able to charge stuff up really easily. It's, I mean, obviously you got to read the instructions. I'm pretty guilty of not looking at instructions until after the fact. But this is pretty awesome. So I wanted to show it a little bit. There are a ton of different ports. I've used all the ports on this one except for the 12 volt here, the plug-in. Although I do have one of those air hawks that I use all the time for the tire pressure on my car. And it does have like a separate battery that has the 12 volt plug-in you would use in your vehicle. So I want to test that particular item with this next time I do some tire pressure checking on my car. But it is really straightforward, really simple. I'm not going to go over all the details here. I just kind of want to talk about power stations in general. I want to ask you guys' opinion. Do you use them? Do you store them? What's your experience with them? So far mine's been just amazing. It is awesome. I absolutely love the regular plugins, so you can use regular household stuff. Obviously if you want to use a hair dryer or plug in an extension cord or something like that, it's just really cool. It really is cool. So let me show you the packaging here real quick, because this will have all the specs and stuff on it, so I don't have to just spew out all that information for you. Alright, so let me see. Sun's right in my face, but hopefully you guys can see that. 12 volt output, integrated battery protection, pulse sine wave. I will tell you that there is a built-in fan, and the fan works really well. It does kick on sometimes with lower voltage things. I thought like if you were just pumping a lot of energy, the fan would kick on, but it does kind of like randomly kick on, which is fine. It does make a little bit of noise, just to give everyone a heads up on that if this is something you're interested in. So 500 watts, actually 505 watts. All right, obviously they make all different sizes, just like generators. Let's see here. All right, there you go. There's some more specs on the back if you want to get some details on this. But yeah, I mean, I was particularly interested in this one because of the solar panel, all right, which I'm going to actually go out in my driveway and set this up, and I'll give you a better idea of how the solar panel works. But it folds up nice. It's really easy to store, and it works really, really well to charge this back up, again, without any kind of power source. That was one of my concerns with it. Now, one thing I did want to mention is they have this like little side piece here. They have different accessories that can attach to this, including a flashlight and a radio. I don't have one here to show you. I do have the radio. It does work fantastic, but I was using it separately. I just didn't put it back on before turning the camera on here. But yeah, let's go out in the driveway. Let me set this up with the solar panel so I can give you a better view of what's going on. All right, so I stretched this out a little bit just to show you that you can have some distance from the unit. Of course, I live in, you know, the woods. Trees, which right now during winter are still barren, but you know, during the spring and summer and most of the fall, there's lots of leaves. And what that means is that I don't get good direct sun. So at least there's room to move it around to find those little sunny spots. So there's a solar panel. It's 2 pieces. All right, folds in half. It opens up. You can see the back here. It is nice that these have these spots here in the grommets so you can stake this into the ground in case it's windy or something. You can see the one main cord, all right, power cord. Now, if you notice this other cable here, this is so you can piggyback these. So, I mean, I'm obviously using 1 here, but you can use 2 or 5 or 10. You know, there's really no limit. So obviously the more panels, the more you're soaking up those rays and the faster you're charging your unit. This plugs into this, which plugs into your input. Makes it really simple. But right now this is 100% charged, so it's not going to currently charge. I already did this earlier when I was testing it. I'm actually going to unplug this for now. Anyway, I just wanted to touch upon this subject a little bit. You guys can let me know your experiences with these. This is my first one. I do love it. This particular unit, again, putting 505 watts of power out. Lots of different ports and stuff to use, as well as different accessories. These sell for about 500 bucks. I did look online. A 500 watt unit could be as low as like maybe 270, 280. You know, cheap Harbor Freight, no name brand one. All the way up, you know, to who knows what. It could be $600-700. Just depends on what unit you're getting. And obviously there's all different sizes as well. But yeah, I mean, this one's worked out great so far. Like I said, I'm looking to get multiple units at this point so I can have at different locations in case there's an emergency. That's it for this one, guys. Gotta sit back and enjoy the sun for a little bit. I don't know what's going on with the weather, but I'm not complaining. But yeah, if you have information on these you know, power boxes, I just like that it's portable, it's small, has a ton of energy, it's easy to charge anywhere, you know, especially with this panel, which is really nice. But it's obviously easiest if you just plug it in the wall to charge it. But the idea is you're going to use this, you know, maybe in a camp setting or some kind of emergency situation where you can't plug it in anywhere. So the solar panel, it's actually functional, which is nice. I've had so many different Chinese products that you know, supposedly, you know, solar charging, and they just don't work. You know, in some cases, on some of those small little units, if you look at it, the solar panel is just a sticker. It's not even an actual solar panel. So to use a solar panel for the first time in my life that actually works is, you know, astounding to me, to be honest. But anyway, pretty convenient, pretty cool. So if you guys have experience with these, have any suggestions, recommendations, or anything to say about them, post it down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.